The evolution of space exploration, from Sputnik to Mars colonization. Hey there! Are you one of those people who can't get enough of beyond the Earth? Simply the space? Then this video is for you. Let's take a journey through the fascinating evolution of space exploration, from the humble beginnings with Sputnik to our ambitious plans for Mars colonization. So, without further ado, let's dive into this interesting journey of discovery. But before we begin, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more exciting content like this. The space age marks a pivotal moment in human history when we took our first steps towards exploring the vast expanse beyond our planet. In 1957, the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik 1, the world's first artificial satellite, caught the attention of people worldwide and triggered an unprecedented enthusiasm for space exploration. This event not only sparked an intense rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, known as the space race, but also fueled technological advancements that would shape future generations. It led to a cascade of groundbreaking achievements, Yuri Gagarin becoming the first human to orbit Earth in 1961. Moon landing. Guys, the moon landing was like one of the most epic moments in human history, right? So, it all went down on July 20, 1969 when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first to set foot on the moon. They were part of NASA's Apollo 11 mission, which was a big deal because no one had ever gone that far into space before. Like seriously, it took some serious guts, huh? Armstrong famously said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," as he took that little step onto the lunar surface. It must have been insane to be able to see Earth from so far away. It's pretty amazing how they managed to pull off such a historic achievement using primitive technology compared to what we've got today. The moon landing still inspires people today and shows us that nothing is impossible when you shoot for the stars. After 1972, people stopped exploring the moon and have just been hanging out in low Earth orbit. But they've sent some robots around the solar system, and guess what? There might be life under the ice on Europa and Enceladus. So, there are these things called exoplanets that they've been finding with space and ground instruments. It all started in 1995, and now we can even figure out what their atmospheres are made of. Space Shuttle. The Space Shuttle era, which began in 1981 and lasted for 30 years, was a time of great excitement and innovation in space exploration. The iconic Space Shuttle, with its distinctive orbiter and solid rocket boosters, captured the imagination of the public like never before. It transformed human spaceflight by providing a reusable spacecraft that could transport both crew and cargo to low Earth orbit, LEO, and return safely back to Earth. Throughout this period, numerous groundbreaking missions were accomplished, including the deployment of satellites such as the Hubble Space Telescope and crucial repairs to it later on. Astronauts also conducted scientific experiments, repaired other satellites in orbit, and assembled the International Space Station, ISS. However, challenges were not absent from this era. An explosion during the launch of Challenger in 1986 reminded everyone about the inherent risks associated with space travel. Despite its eventual retirement in 2011, the legacy of the Space Shuttle era continues to inspire future generations to reach for the stars. International Space Station. The International Space Station has been occupied by people since November 2000. A bunch of different spaceships visit the station, like the Russian Soyuz in Progress, the American Dragon and Cygnus, and the Japanese H-2 transfer vehicle. There used to be even more ships that visited. People from 17 countries, including astronauts, cosmonauts, and space tourists, have visited this space station. Mars exploration. NASA sent the first free-moving rover to Mars called Sojourner in 1996 with the Mars Pathfinder mission. The rover's spirit and opportunity did a lot more than expected, returning over 100,000 images before they got covered in dust. NASA has sent 2 spacecrafts to Mars. Number 01. InSight is currently studying the planet's interior and has discovered that it experiences frequent Marsquakes. Number 02. And also, the Curiosity rover, which was launched in 2012, is still exploring Gale Crater, taking breathtaking photos, and studying the rocks and sediments deposited in the crater's ancient lakebed. Future of space exploration. Exploring space is amazing, right? And Mars is like the ultimate destination for space travel. The US is totally committed to sending people there, and NASA is leading the charge. They are planning to get humans to Mars by the 2030s. NASA and its partners have sent orbiters, landers, and rovers to Mars, and we've learned a ton about the planet. The Curiosity rover even helped us figure out how to keep astronauts safe from radiation, and the new Mars 2020 mission will look into whether we can breathe the air up there. Okay, I'll summarize this whole story just for 30 seconds. So simply, it all started in 1957 when the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite to orbit Earth. This event sparked a global space race and ignited curiosity about what lies beyond our planet. Throughout the ensuing decades, we witnessed remarkable milestones like Yuri Gagarin becoming the first human in space and Neil Armstrong setting foot on the moon. These achievements pushed boundaries and expanded our understanding of the universe. Fast forward to today, and our focus has shifted towards reaching Mars. Governments and private companies are investing heavily in research, technology, and spacecraft development with the goal of establishing permanent bases on Mars within the next few decades. The vision of colonizing Mars is driven by humanity's insatiable desire to explore new frontiers and discover answers to age-old questions about life outside Earth. An adventure that continues to captivate our curiosity as we move closer to making it a reality. Now it's time to say goodbye. I know you are one of those people who can't get enough of space. So keep indulging that endless thirst for knowledge, fellow space enthusiast, because as long as we continue to explore and discover more about the universe, our passion will only grow stronger. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until then, goodbye.